Hello and welcome, Luscious Librans. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here to do your tarot astrology for February 2020. I must apologise, I've got the AC on in the background because it is as hot as Hades down here, Gold Coast in Australia. So it's just been so terrible, our weather at the moment, but hopefully it won't be too long and things will get better. Okay, so Librans, we have all had a full-on time the last few months especially, and it is quite a month this month in February. We do have Mercury going retrograde, but that's just one thing, and there are some positive aspects to that. It's a really good time for going back and going over things in the past to make sure that you've finished off everything you need to do with a situation, okay? Or maybe even a person. You might hear news of somebody coming back into your life, maybe an old school friend or somebody you used to work with, or perhaps even an old lover, okay? So there are some upsides to it, but there are also some downsides. So anyway, I'll get to the detail in a minute, but yes, it will affect us because I'm Libran too, in our normal everyday work and our normal everyday routine. Alrighty, so the 8th, Venus, the planet of love, and Venus rules us, and typically Librans are in love with love, the idea of love. Even if we can't get it to measure up in the outside world, we still have that idea about being in love, thanks to Venus. So she's moving into our 7th house of committed relationships. This is good news if you're in a relationship and it's just sort of been humming along but not sort of going any deeper, not really going to a committed level. It's likely to go up a notch or step up so that there's more commitment in February. So something that's casual could become more full on. If you're already in a previously existing marriage or something like that that's been going on for a while, it's likely to be rejuvenated and refreshed by Venus in your 7th house. It brings a lot of peace and harmony and cooperation between people. And for Librans, people get the sense of the Venusian glow. It's this sort of magnetic thing that people are attracted to with Librans. So that's good news. If you're looking for a relationship, you might actually find somebody suitable in February as well. So love all around there. Fingers crossed, okay? 9th sees the full moon in our 11th house of connections, groups, and hopes and dreams. Okay, so with the full moon there, we're likely to have a shake-up as far as our friends go or our connections. We may have, for example, a clean out on our Facebook account and get rid of some friends that don't, engage, they don't want to talk to us or whatever. So we might just say, well, I'm going to cut those people out of my life and make space for new people, because there are plenty of new people who want to come in with this energy. So we've got to make the space to allow new people into our lives, basically. The 17th sees Mars in the 4th house, joining Jupiter, Saturn and Pluto. Okay, so we could be feeling really motivated to do something around the house or with our family. Bring it on, I say. I want to do renovations and I just haven't had the energy to do it. So hopefully with this will give it to me. Mars is all about action. Mars loves activity. Mars wants to get things done, accomplish things, be successful, very goal oriented, very sort of inspiring type of energy. So this is around your home. You could do things like renovations or maybe relocate, or could involve your family members. You might be having more celebrations at home and things like that. So that's good news. Bring it on, I say. The 18th, which I just talked about a bit before, Mercury retrograde in our 6th house, and that's our everyday routine, everyday life, everyday work. It's also health and well-being. With Mercury retrograde there, we may experience delays in something to do with everyday work or miscommunications. Be very careful with your emails, back up all of your technology, because technology is often affected when Mercury goes retrograde. So yeah, back up all your devices. It can also affect your travel plans. If you're planning on going overseas, please double check everything and make sure your travel insurance does have some sort of arrangements for, missed flights or, delays where you've got multiple legs. It's better if you could arrange your travel that you have the first leg, stop there overnight, and then go on to the second leg and so on, so because things can go amiss. 19th sees the sun in our 6th house, the 23rd new moon in our 6th house. So again, our everyday work, our routine, it could be like routine, like health or well-being routine also. So if you go for a walk at 6 a.m. in the morning, you decide you want to go at 6 p.m. You could sort of shake it up a little bit there, but there's new beginnings, and it's because all of a sudden something's going to come to you. You're going to get a new piece of information, and it's going to suggest a way that you can improve your health or well-being perhaps, or your routine, and so you're going to change things around, and so there's a new start and you'll be feeling better because of it. Uranus continues in our 8th house, and there's positives, and with all the planets there's always a positive and a negative. So 8th house is about shared resources with other people, so that could be people working for you, it could be loans, car loan, house loan, whatever. It could be the government giving you money, so there's some sort of shake up there. It's not all negative. You could lose money or you could gain money, but it's almost like it's unexpected, and because Uranus can be very, very turbulent, he's a bit like that. Okay, so we're going to go to the tarot board, and I'll draw some cards for every week of the month and do a little psychic summary for you. Okay, so here we go. Alrighty, so I've already pre-shuffled these cards, but I'll still shuffle them as we go because I like them nice and fresh. And we're going to go to the first week of February and just see what I can pick up. I'm closing my eyes now. I've got the cards in front of my face, actually, in spirit even. I get this sense of water, so there's some sort of emotion going on here. It's like you need refreshment, you need a drink. It's like you've been in the desert and you need a drink. Somebody please give this Libran a drink to help you through. And I hope I can do that in some way, give you some sustenance to keep going. All right, let's have a look and see what card comes through the first week of February 2020 for lovely Librans. Geez, I don't know, I wanted that one, but that one wanted to, I don't know if I should listen. I'm going to listen to myself always, and because this is the card I wanted. Oh dear, it's not so bad actually. It's the Hanged Man. Okay, this is about delays. I was just talking about with Mercury retrograde. It could even start earlier. Do you ever notice before just before Mercury goes retrograde, that the effects of Mercury already start? This is the one that wanted to jump out, and it is the Six of Swords. So moving away from a difficult situation, and I'm just going to put that down the bottom there to remind us that we are moving away. But this is about delays. It's like we've been waiting for something and you just have to wait. There's no getting around it. It's a bit like being pregnant. Get this baby out of me, because we know that the baby's going to be born. and right at the end you just want to get it over and done with. So this is between 0 and 1, like it's the 0. You finish something and something new is about to begin, but it hasn't begun yet. Okay, so it's coming. Okay, second week of February for Luscious Librans. I'm just closing my eyes now. A big focus on this in my mind, moving away from a difficult situation. You might feel like you've been treading water, like you got all this stuff you want to do, all these ideas, but for some reason you haven't been able to carry it out. And so I feel like that time is coming to an end. In February, you'll be able to move forward. Okay, let's see what card comes out for you, Luscious Librans. And I'm going to go with that one. Okay, so this is the 3 of Wands. And this is like teamwork, a joint project. Okay, it's a very fiery sort of energy, and everybody's passionate about doing their job, or it could be a family situation, because you know your family is highlighted in your horoscope as well. So you know, maybe something like selling the family home, and because the parents are getting older, and you know, you've all got to work together to get the house cleaned up or something. Could it be something like that? Family or work oriented. Action needs to be taken. You see they've got the baseball bats. This woman's in red, ready for anything. This one's in white, very spiritual. This one's in black, which is hidden things that you don't know about. This is basically a fairly good card in the sense of that you're going to achieve something. However, with 3, sometimes there can be little glitches or hiccups, because you're all very passionate about what you want to do, and then you've got to agree on something, and that can be sometimes difficult. But you will get across, you know, get across the line. The job will be done. So, and it'll be a good result, you know. So don't worry too much about it. Any little glitches that come up, they'll be ironed out. All right, looking for the 3rd week in February for Luscious Librans. I'm just waiting. Okay, so it's like night time, and I'm looking out a window. A window is a window of opportunity, but it's still dark, and it's like the light hasn't come in yet, because it's not quite the right time. It's a little bit too early, so we need the light of the sun to show us the way, point us in the right direction. But like we're ready, we're sitting there at the window and we're waiting. And again, this probably harks back to this hangman at the start, waiting for something to happen, okay, just till it gets to the right time. Okay, let's see what card comes out for Luscious Librans, 3rd week of February. And I'm going to go with that one. All right, so this is the 5 of Cups, which is a little bit of disappointment. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, there are 5 cups. 2 are actually tipped over on their side. Not in this case. The 2 are separated from the 3. If something doesn't work out, don't focus on the thing that didn't work out. These 2 here with the limp white rose, a spiritual connection with someone. And also the red rose here. This is a matter of the heart, and it could be to do with a relationship. Focus on what you do have, because there are still some good things happening there. There's 3 cups upright, so don't get too disappointed if somebody lets you down, okay? That's the thing with Librans, you know, sometimes we can be a little bit naive, and we tend to believe what people tell us and take it as, you know, gospel truth. And, you know, that's just who we are. Hopefully as we get older, then we learn that to take things at face value and not really take them on board and rely on them too much. Okay. Looking at the last week of February for Luscious Librans, February 2020. All right, so it's a clean out. This situation here leads to something where we have to detox and purify ourselves again. I'm actually seeing like sweeping the floor, doing housework, tidying up, and getting all the dust out. It's like I've opened up a room that hasn't been opened for a long time, and it's sort of dusty, and I have to clean it up first. So you could change your diet, you could detox your physical body, but somehow there's going to be a clean out. And of course you could do that on a physical level and clean out your wardrobe, or clean home in the fourth week of February. Let's see what card comes up for Luscious Librans. I'm going to go with that one. All of those dropped out, but I'm going to go with this one, and it's the Devil card. Okay, now don't be worried, because this is showing us very clearly what it is that has to be expunged from our lives. This is typically an energy, it's don't get sort of freaked out with the Christian idea of evil or things like that, but it's typically an energy like addiction or something that takes control of us. It can be coming up from our own subconscious. We don't even have to look to the outside world, because the addictive qualities, all humans have got some sort of addictive quality deep down in the subconscious. So it could be simple things like me. I drink lots of tea. I've just swapped over to water with lemon, drinking more of that so I don't drink too much tea. And you're going to have some insight, Librans, into what you can do to release yourself from situations where you may be in chains, okay? Maybe your health is not so good, and there's another way, and you'll see what it is. You'll get some insight into what it is that you can do to improve. This is really a very helpful card, okay? A major arcana. We've got cups, wands, and a hangman there. Two majors, a cups and a wands. So February is an important time for us. So I'm just going to close my eyes now and see what I can see, and see if there's anything else for us. Okay, again, I've got that ship moving away. We are actually in the process of moving away from a difficult situation, and that is why this Devil card has come up at the end, because we need to realise what it is that got us into that situation in the first place. So in spirit, I'm seeing this. This is actually, to me, the strongest card in this little spread today, because I'm seeing this in spirit. I'm now seeing a woman sitting on the edge of a pond with her feet in the water, and there's a lot of lilies around in the water and lotus flowers. Okay, so it's like spa time, it's like pampering time, detox your body, go easy on yourself, don't go hard on yourself in February. Do what you got to do, but please, 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 this is a time for radical self-care for all signs, but especially for Librans, okay? Alrighty, well, I hope you found that helpful. Please give it a like, this video, if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell. But most importantly, have a wonderful month, dear Librans, and I shall catch you again next time. Okay, bye for now.
Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.